Ah! Oh. Hey, we're back. We're playing some Beautiful Joe.
Ando's back behind the helm.
I'm gonna play. Yeah, I'm gonna play the shit out of Beautiful Joe.
And
we're gonna watch this
over-compressed video.
Watch this AV file I downloaded off of Kazaa.
Watch that dive kick.
Yeah.
This AV file I downloaded off of Kazaa.
That's still relevant, right, guys?
Fuck you.
So
LimeWire. What was the one that used to use all the time?
SoulSeek.
That's right, SoulSeek.
I used to have it for a long time.
What the?
Oh man. Okay, go ahead and intro this video. Do whatever you want to do. But I've got a story about SoulSeek that is fucking amazing.
We're gonna do adults.
Adults.
Yeah.
I need an adult.
Against better judgment, I'm gonna do adult mode. It's only on. It's normal, so it won't be that bad.
Right.
I'll probably die a couple times.
That's fine.
But whatever.
Nobody's
Team Beautiful.
Hey guys.
Oh, what happened to you guys? Wait, you're still around, I think, aren't they? Because they were part of no.
They're just platinum now, aren't they?
Yeah, but I mean, like when Wonderful 101, I think it said like Team Beautiful as well in the intro.
Huh. It might have.
Captain Blue, cool as fuck.
So right before Ando got here to record this, Tom and I were talking about how basically
this up?
How basically this game is Last Action Hero.
It is Last Action Hero, and I love it. Because I was not expecting it to be Last Action Hero.
Can't do without you.
HMD.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that from Mega Man 2?
Uh-huh.
Bring up that clip.
You know what's funny? The awfulness that is the Red Ash Kickstarter.
Red Ash?
Now look at this.
I'll explain it.
Cut it out.
She wants to make out with him, and he wants to watch some shitty movie.
Forward to this forever.
She wants the D.
She was gonna go down and goblin on his noblin.
This
Goblin
cutscene.
cock.
This cutscene is a lot weirder whenever you're playing as Sylvia.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Because it's Sylvia and her sister. Yeah, and they're tickling each other apparently.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Tickle fights. I like how that robot looks like he has a mustache.
He does.
Mecha Burger King.
He does have a mustache.
Have it your way.
This is the weirdest...
there's no subtitles in this game, right?
No.
That's a bit
I kind of figured there wasn't.
No.
I don't know
There's
why
still that
I
era.
sounded like I started to go deaf for a second there. Like there wasn't. There wasn't.
Goodbye.
Sylvia, your hair is glued to the side of your head. How do you feel about that?
Oh man, I missed the most important part.
I missed the best part. Now I
missed the
won't
best
get
part
a
where the hero
boner.
dies.
I've seen this scene before.
You know why? Because this flick hit the screens way back when we were still little babies.
But that guy
Little babbies. Little Joe Juniors.
Little Babby Joe Jr.
Could those glasses be any rounder?
I know, right?
They could.
Round ass glasses.
No,
Fucking-
not Mecha Burger King.
Fucking
Oh, here it
middle
is.
school bird had some round ass fucking glasses. I'll tell you that.
Now you have Hunter S. Thompson glasses.
But unlike
Watch
Hunter
him
S.
suck the
Thompson, I'm
shit
not
out of
worm
Sex Machine
food.
here.
Goodbye! Goodbye, Sylvia. I hope you find
Knock
your
his ass
dad.
Rocket punch.
I like how we said we weren't going to talk in the cutscene.
I know.
And we just talked
Kinda.
all over the cutscene.
It's Sixth Machine.
Pretty much,
Nope.
you can figure out the plot of this game by looking at it.
Now, I'm pretty sure, like, throughout the first... In this game, and in 2, and in Red Hot Rumble, they changed the name of the mecha, like, 3 times.
Oh, really?
They say, like, Six Machine. No, even in, like, the fighting games. I think they call it, like, Six Majin, or Six Machine. They go back and forth with it. It's really weird.
Huh.
I'll listen to this cough that he does. It sounds so weird.
Hey, wait a minute. Am I inside the movie?
Correct, my young friend. I am Captain Blue.
Hi, Captain
I
Blue.
am no longer able to fight because
Look at that god
You need
ray.
to seek the Holy Grail.
you must take my
What?
place.
That's coming
It's
back
your
to theaters.
favorite
You guys
color.
know that?
What?
Monty Python?
Monty
Yeah.
Python and the Holy Grail's coming back to theaters.
It's like the anniversary or something
Nice.
of it.
Hey, can I get your autograph?
I wish they would do the meaning of life.
Well, that,
Oh, fishy, fishy, fishy.
I think you, me, and Dad are the only ones that really, really like the meaning of life.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like it.
Is in danger. Your lady friend is.
I was at work recently and doing a show, and there was one kid in a I don't know, he was like a middle school kid.
when he does this, I think. Hold on. He does this laugh. It sounds like Fry.
A real V-Watch.
Yeah, it does.
It's like a Fry laugh.
Yeah.
He does it again later in the game, and it just every time he does it, it sounds like Fry.
Billy West, what a fake name.
But anyway, so I was at work, and there was a kid in a tuxedo, and he had like a painted-on mustache because he was like 10, so he didn't have a mustache.
So he was like 10.
But he seriously, no shit, looked exactly like the fishy guy.
A fishy.
Ooh. And like,
Did he have the long arms like that too?
Yeah, no. But I was trying to explain it to somebody like while I was at work, and I'm like, oh, do you like Monty Python? And the guy's like, yeah, I love Monty Python. I'm like, oh, like from the meaning of life, he looks like the fishy guy, and he's like, what's the meaning of life? And I'm like, wait, hold on.
Wait a
So
second.
you like Monty Python, but you don't even know what the meaning of life is.
And to be honest, it almost, like, this sounds weird, but it seems more egregious to not have watched the series, because the series wasn't as prevalent as a lot of the movies.
Less egregious. It's less egregious to have not seen the show?
Yes, I'm sorry, yeah. It's less egregious to have not seen the majority of the series.
Yeah.
Because for a long time, the series wasn't very prevalent.
It wasn't easy to find.
It wasn't easy to find.
you
It
not
was
gonna
only
get that
on, like,
box?
PBS
There's a
because it
cheeseburger
was...
in it.
Oh,
The smaller boxes usually have cheeseburgers.
gotcha. Yeah,
fuck you.
Before we started recording this, I expressed that I have been waiting to do this LP for a while. Because once Ando decided that this is what he was going to do, we had a lot of time between the time we were filming it, by the time we needed to film it, and by the time it would air. So I've just been sitting here in quiet happiness for like a month. Just like, Beautiful Joe, I can't wait.
I don't know, it's like, I am like a big sucker for like just superhero, like,
Oh yeah,
TV shows and like movies and stuff like that. Like,
these guys are the best. Because they have fucking swan hats.
no, my favorite of the Bianchis are probably, they're in the second. Oh fuck, I couldn't tell which direction that was going to come from.
Yeah, it's hard to tell when you're like up higher on those platforms. It's not straight
Is that
on.
guy from that movie African American Swan?
Why do you... God damn it.
You know what?
If you're
I
going
heard
to change it, if you're going to change it, you should have changed Swan to something else too.
Well, you know what?
That would've been a better-
I heard that joke on Midnight the other night, so don't blame it on me.
Okay.
Blame it on some comedian.
Blame it
I
on the
don't
goose,
remember.
because it's got you feeling loose.
This is the only fight with Captain Blue where you don't take damage.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the other fights where you have to fight him to like learn moves and stuff, you actually take damage.
Does he have a weird belly button sticking out?
Oh yeah, he has the super anime Japanese belly button.
Okay, good. Anyway, tell your story about Soulseek, Bird.
So the story about Soulseek is that Soulseek, you basically could pick and choose
Yay.
what files that you would share with other people. Okay, so I had a lot. I had a lot of stuff that I had downloaded that you could share.
By the way, his hero-ness has awakened.
Ah, yes. I also see the Captain's Blue belly, prominent
button.
belly button is awakened.
It looks like a balloon knot.
It looks like an anus.
Anyway,
Yes, my belly anus.
So, if you were on Soulseek looking at stuff, you could go on people's... You could go... If you had someone's, like, account, like, if you knew what their account was, you could go in and just, like, select their files.
Yeah.
Now, you could go and search for stuff, and one of the things that I had found on Soulseek that was kind of rare was the remastered version of, what's the Meshuggah album?
I don't know.
Damn it. What the hell is it called? Tom, put it up on the screen, because we'll figure it out by then. I'll look it up for you and tell you.
I was gonna say, I can't wait to forget what the fuck this is.
I know, right?
So it was the remastered version because the original one, a lot of the guitar tracks were like not very loud, so it's just kind of mixed
So it was
better.
it was poorly mixed.
Right, yeah, it was poorly mixed. So it wasn't very well done, and it was a little hard to find on SoulSeek. So I can't remember who I found it from, but I found it. And the thing that I did with SoulSeek is that if you didn't have any files to share, you did not get my stuff.
Right.
Because if I'm going to put myself out there and possibly get in trouble for having stuff and sharing it, then you better have something that I either want or at least be sharing stuff.
Right.
Well, there was some 15-year-old kid that was on there that wanted the remaster, wanted this Meshuggah album, and he didn't have anything to share. So I kept blocking him from, like, you could...
Yeah, because you could block users
You
and stuff.
couldn't, like... At first, it was just like... I was just like, stop. You could stop the download from somebody.
Yeah.
And then
Stop
he
all the
messaged me,
downloading.
he's like, well, why won't you let me download this? It's super hard to find. I'm like, because you have nothing to share.
Right.
You have nothing to share, so why would I let you download something that I have? Well, that's bullcrap, man. And got into like a 10-minute argument with this kid about why I wouldn't let him download it. And finally, after like 10 minutes, you know, I'm just blocking this troll. And, like, sent me a bunch of like shitty messages about how I was an asshole.
Right.
Oh, it was hilarious.
By the way, this whole story of, like, this thing that you're talking about
SoulSeek?
sounds like a really shitty Christian rock band.
It does kind of, doesn't it? So I was listening to there's a band called Zimmer's Hole, and they're like a bad. Well, they're not bad, but they're like the biggest ripoff of the Devin Townsend band /
course.
Strapping Young Lad to ever exist. I mean, just easily the biggest ripoff of that ever.
Yeah.
Because it's like almost all...
Because everybody except the vocalist is from either Strapping Young Lad or the original Devin Townsend band. But the guy that sings for them
Making it
sounds
rain.
almost exactly like Devin Townsend. But they have a song called "When You Were Shouting at the Devil, We Were in League with Satan." And they have there's one line in it that makes me laugh every time, which is they're talking about Stryper.
Fuck up.
And they have an album called Strictly for the Cross. And I'm not going to quote the song because it's much more offensive than I'd like to repeat. But go listen to the song if you like Devin Townsend-esque music. Also, I had a random... I know this is weirdly about... I feel like this is DuckTales all over again, where we're talking about click and create in South Park games from 1995. But really random story. I was looking for... Oh shit! What was I trying to find? It was like somebody's band.
you.
Like somebody. Oh, I know. It was a friend of mine. Downloaded some music off of a torrent from the guy who made it. So it wasn't like I was illegally downloading or anything like that. But so he's like, "Oh, you got to check this. You got to check this album out." I'm like, "Okay, sure, whatever." So I downloaded it and like. I was just like, well, like, wonder what else, like, wonder what other, like, independent artists kind of deals are on there. And I found out that somebody who is not any of the original members has been sharing my former band's album, The Communist Neckties, Gore Punk No. 5. Somebody that isn't any of us has been sharing it on, it's on a bunch of different torrent sites. So I thought that was interesting. Like, I didn't put it there. As far as I know, none of the other band members put it there, so...
It's kind of like band Scatterpussy.
Yeah.
There is a band that is named after one of his songs, which is called Vaginal Chicken.
Yeah.
And apparently, like, weirdly big on, like, torrent sites and stuff like that.
Because, like, they're I don't know, for those of you who may or may not know, there is a subgenre of metal called porno grind.
I've heard of it.
It's a real thing, and that's what Scatterpussy is. So there's your free plug. But yeah, so it's a thing.
I was trying to punch that guy.
But like apparently they are on some list of like top whatever porno grind bands, So there must not be a lot of porno grind bands.
There's kind of not. There's like SMES and like what the I can't remember the band's name, but the album is called Hellcock's Pornflakes. Yeah, and the album is a guy jerking off a dick into a bowl of cereal.
That's
I'm glad when I play a game that I'm really interested in, we talk about death metal and just weird shit.
Yep. Sorry.
Oh,
No, I don't care. I'm just saying, it's the
the
weirdest fucking thing.
The other thing I mentioned that I said I was going to tell a story about was there was a Kickstarter. It failed.
Oh, right,
But
Is this the like Capcom Mega Man thing?
this was supposed to be the spiritual successor to Mega Man. It was supposed to be Mega Man Legends 3, basically.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And they basically started it before the Mighty Number 9 Mighty Number 9 was even out. And there were two separate.
Damn it.
There were two separate Kickstarters. There was one for the game, and then there was one for an anime. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so apparently there's been a lot of troubles with Mighty Number 9. It's been delayed a bunch of times.
It's still not coming out till next year.
Well, I don't know. The last time I heard it was supposed to be September, but I don't know.
And next year.
Jesus.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm just shaking my head. I'm not dismissing what you said. I believe that it's not going to come out till next year.
Yeah, no, it's been delayed.
So people were just like turned off by it. Like halfway through the production, halfway through the Kickstarter, they're like, "Oh yeah, this Chinese company said that they're going to fund it," and then everything.
This is the spiritual successor to Mega Man Legends.
Yeah.
We're talking about. What's it called?
Red Ash.
Oh.
So basically, this Chinese company was gonna fund whatever the Kickstarter wanted, was just like 800,000.
Okay.
And I think it missed it by like 100,000 or something like that.
Wow.
But they said that this company was gonna fund it, and then whatever was left over from the Kickstarter was then gonna be for stretch goals. But then they never explained what the stretch goals were gonna be that everyone was paying for. Apparently, it was just really poorly managed, and it was just bad.
So was it Capcom sponsored?
No, it wasn't Capcom sponsored.
Okay.
It was its own separate Kickstarter. It was its own separate Kickstarter.
I'm just trying to make sure that I understand.
It was whatever his. It was whatever his.
Are you talking about Kenji?
Yeah, it was Kenji Inafune's. It was whatever his production company or whatever he has that he
Concepts.
Yeah,
is what they're called now.
Yeah, it's whatever that was. Yeah, it's that, and it was basically it was basically them, but they were doing a Kickstarter for this, and they were saying that it was going to be, Mega Man Legends 3, and then it was like, well, you're only if we get the main goal, that only funds like the first part of the first chapter or something, or like the first act.
Jesus.
It was really poorly mismanaged, and it did it just proves it's so, like some of these people were like, hey, Kickstarter really worked out for us, and then just fucked it up.
Oh, by the way, this part is a very like Devil May Cry section.
This is one of my favorite parts in the game.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially because these angels have fucking superhero helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so we were talking about this before we started, but I've actually not beaten this game. I've gotten about halfway through it. So
Do you know how far you got?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I'll be able to tell you once we get there.
Okay.
But
Fuck. I already fucked it up.
You fucked up. You fucked up.
But look, we were talking about Kickstarter and stuff.
Shit.
And I'm glad that like Bloodstained. Like I'm glad that that's happening. But how long? I mean, for Christ's sake, how long did it take Shovel Knight to come out, and it still doesn't have everything it promised it would have?
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? Now I understand that that's they're basically adding that as DLC later. But and that's not a big deal, except for the fact that they said, hey, we're going to give you this stuff, and it wasn't there. Now I'm not saying give me my money back, mostly because I didn't put money into the Kickstarter. I just bought the game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's a lot of gray areas with that, because they have the one like Shovel Knight specifically has the Plague Knight.
Right, that's the first one that's coming out.
That's the first one, and that just came out.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it just came out, or they just showed a preview for it, so it might not actually even be out.
Right.
I don't honestly remember off the top of my head, but there's a weird gray area with Kickstarter, and like you said, like there are a lot of people that are like, yeah, Kickstarter worked really well for us, and that's great, and I'm glad that it does, because things like things like Shovel Knight and Mighty Number 9 when it does come out, and Bloodstain and stuff like that. I mean, these guys are basically giving people the games that they want, but it comes at a price of, yes, you're paying out of your pocket right now for a game that does not exist yet.
Yeah. Right.
And on top of it, you might not get everything that you were promised.
Nope.
And
it's kind of like the South Park episode. It's where it's, Washington Redskins, go fuck yourself. Like,
yeah.
Like it's basically like, hey, let's get a bunch of investors, but we don't have to pay our investors back.
Right.
We're just giving them the thing they wanted.
Right.
And I just watched a video the other day of this practical effects studio that went and wanted to do their own movie, and they got like $800,000, and they said like minus the Amazon fee, and then minus the Kickstarter fee, and then take out all the prizes or the rewards that you got to do. They maybe got $500,000 out of all of that.
Right.
But they made and people think, just because you're on Kickstarter means that, like, if you get this money, you can do whatever you want. They're like, you still have to make compromises for what you can do with the money.
Right.
Not because you owe it to someone because they're giving you the money, but it's still like you have to do it within that budget and stuff like that. And they made this movie, and it's all practical effects, and it looks really cool because basically they said like it was like they had they put out, they're the company, they originally did all the effect, they did a lot of the effects for the Thing remake, when they did the Thing remake and whatever that was, 2011 or 2010, something like that.
I think it was later than that.
It was
earlier than that.
It was somewhere around there, but they basically they did a video of because they decided to go CGI after the fact, and a lot of that stuff they still had footage of. And they showed it, they put it on YouTube and got a big response, and then they're like, well, yeah, maybe we can do that. And he kind of references the Veronica Mars Kickstarter that got a shit ton of money, and he said that the word on the street was in Hollywood is that the creators of that never really got the rights to it. So whoever it was, Fox or whoever had the rights to Veronica Mars, was basically doing it to drum up interest in it.
Right.
And the studio was plugging money into the Kickstarter because they wanted to get more interest in it and stuff like that. But truly, they never the company still owned the rights to that. So it was just hey, we won't. We're not going to give you the money, but if you get the money from somewhere else, and then they went to Kickstarter, and then the studio was just putting money into it anyway.
Jesus.
To drum up. So apparently it was this kind of shady thing. He didn't say it outright that it was Veronica Mars, but the video I watched was basically we think he's talking about Veronica Mars.
Right. Well, I mean, and there's been a lot of talk of this recently, but Shenmue kind of seems like a shining example of, oh yeah, we'll do this game for you guys because we know you like it, but even though we're a giant studio and we have all this money,
we want you to do it for us.
Can you buy it for us?
Well,
but that man got 2 games.
Here's the one thing: if you think Sega has any money recently, you're fucking stupid.
No, you're right.
Just I've been waiting on that that copy of Yakuza 5 that's probably never going to come out like promised.
Yeah. But like, okay, so
well,
why?
they just announced a date. They just announced that whatever is called Dengeki Boku Fighting Climax, that anime fighter that they said was supposed to come here, is finally coming in like September or something like that, sometime this fall. But like that came out in Japan like a year and a half ago.
Right.
Is that the one that has the guy from Durarara in it?
Yeah. And the
Yeah,
main
it's
reason
like I don't even care anymore about
I'm
that
still
one.
here.
The main reason I still want that is 'cause
every time you guys start talking about anime shit that I don't understand, I'm just
the
gonna
thing
say
is,
that.
the only thing I know about that game is there's like a bunch of anime people in it, and there's only one anime character in that game that I fucking know, and it's from
really?
some random ass anime that they played on Adult Swim like a long time ago.
Gotcha.
Is that the guy who's the bartender and he just like throws a bunch of shit?
Yeah.
He swings like a light post like he's fucking She-Hulk at one point.
Yeah.
But the main reason I want it is because there's a bunch of Sega guest stars in that because it's a Sega game. So there's like Valkyria Chronicles and like a couple other like Sega like mainly bigger in Japan, but there's like a bunch of characters from Sega in there. Plus, there's a Sonic the Hedgehog level with a big loop in the background, which looks super awesome.
Aren't they running around in the background as well? Like there's something going on in the
so.
background, I think.
But yeah, like Kickstarter is a great thing, and it's also kind of a terrifying place of like you're still putting money to a thing on the internet.
Yep.
And
I think
never get.
Yeah, exactly. And I think,
although
I
to
know
be
it's a
fair,
lot-
I just got Exploding Kittens in the mail today, so I got a new card game to play.
yeah, that's the one from the guys from the Oatmeal made.
Yeah.
But like it's, and I think people for like because things are like everything like you. I know this sounds ridiculous. It makes me sound like an old man, but like
Things were better when I was young.
well, I wasn't gonna say that, but like because people buy so much stuff online these days. I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say that
It's
part.
fine.
But like everybody seems to be okay with buying stuff online, which isn't a problem.
I buy
But
stuff online a lot.
yeah,
but
and there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is that like there are people in this existence that will buy things off of sites that they don't know anything about.
Right.
And like Kickstarter, yes, that is a real company. Like Kickstarter is a real company with real funding and a real website and things like that. But it's hard for Kickstarter itself to enforce the things that these people doing these Kickstarter campaigns have to do.
Oh yeah. I
when
mean,
corporations become all
there's
corporations.
Kickstarters that I have that are like a year old that I still haven't gotten. Still looking at you, Frog Fractions 2. Where the fuck are you at?
That's different. That's probably out somewhere.
What about Dear God? Is that out yet?
Oh yeah, Dear God's been out. I had the beta for that like
Well, yeah, I remember.
a couple months
remember
after
that.
we played that alpha, that beta was out on Steam, and I was playing it. It's super fun, by the way.
Good.
It's got all sorts of like. There's a fucking whale in it. There's a giant like frog boss. It's super cool, and like super weird at the same time.
I'm glad that added a lot more features because when we played it, it was fun, but like it just seemed like it was missing a lot.
It seemed kind of
yeah,
empty,
it was definitely missing a lot, and it like
shit.
there's
Forgot about this.
definitely a lot of like added features, and there's like an actual ending and stuff like that.
Right.
A lot more like quests and shit like that.
But yeah, like
It's still not a perfect game, but it's
Right.
certainly a lot of fun.
Bloodstained is, I think, out of all of the Kickstarters that have come up in the last few years, that and Mighty Number 9 are the two that I really want to see. And it seems like the two
Ukulele.
of them... And well, yeah, and absolutely Ukulele.
And those three are the big ones that are like, hey, we're not going to be able to make this game ourselves because the companies that we used to work for are basically screwing us over.
Uh-huh.
So let's just make these games ourselves and just call them to something different.
The sweatshop that is Konami.
Oh my god, yeah, that fucking story recently. Holy shit.
Yeah. Did you hear about this, Ando?
No, but I want to say this, like, because you guys are all talking about like Kickstarters and
Yeah.
all that bullshit. I don't
Kickstarters and all that fucking stupid shit.
like
Fucking gay swear bullshit.
like you say you're like excited for Mighty Number 9. I'm gonna play it, but I almost don't care anymore because of how long it's been.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that.
The wait has been so long to the point where I'm just like, I don't care.
Apparently, they changed the art style like 2 or 3 times.
Did they really?
And people were pissed off about that.
Like, okay, Arlie's all like super excited that they're bringing the show Heroes back.
Okay,
I'm like,
God, really?
Yeah, they're doing a Heroes Reborn or whatever it's called, and it's like,
is Rob Liefeld gonna draw it, and is everybody gonna be out of proportions and not look normal?
Was it patches on top of patches and just little pouches over pouches and no feet?
Yep.
No, they're bringing it back, but what really bothers me is that it's like the same cast, which, whatever, that's normal, that's fine, but like, I want to know, like, it's been so long since it's been a thing, that I want to know where the hell this is taking place at.
Right.
And, like, are they taking place after, like, the last season, or is this just going to be, like, a reboot? They haven't said anything.
Right.
Actually,
like, if they have, I haven't paid attention because I don't care enough.
Actually, it's a prequel, and it takes place on the first day of camp, and John Benjamin is in it as an actual person.
Before he falls into the toxic sludge and becomes a vegetable.
I didn't watch that.
God damn it! I ruined it for you.
Oh well.